Welcome back to Cantina Customs. In this episode, we will do a custom spotlight on the Mos Eisley Cantina's Man in Black, Jasper. I'll show you how I made my custom Jasper and highlight one of my favorite online customizing stores. Jasper, and yes, the name is meant to mimic the name spelled Jasper. Jasper is one of the Rick Baker aliens that was filmed in the LA reshoot scenes. He can be seen sitting with Liren Karn, which is a Bith alien who wears a tan tunic and a neck scarf, Muftak, the multi-eyed furry alien, and Mayo, the green cyclops looking alien. Jasper was created from a Rick Baker mask with a large skull like cranium and pointed elf like ears. Jasper's vest is a borrowed costume from a Planet of the Apes soldier. The picture in the middle is a Tom Spina recreation of the Jasper mask and costume, and you can compare that to the image in the bottom middle of the Planet of the Apes soldier. From the behind the scenes photos, it appears that the actor who played Jasper either wasn't wearing the Planet of the Apes gloves or they simply had the sleeves pulled over the gloves. Now, I can't find any clear behind the scenes pictures of Jasper to see what kind of pants the actor was wearing, but since we never see his pants on screen, that's not that big of a deal. I mean, in some of the behind the scenes photos, the actors who were Lucasfilm ILM staffers simply wore their blue jeans and their low cut Adidas tennis shoes. Well, from a HasLab diorama perspective, Jasper is one of the more prominent aliens that we see in the group photos of aliens. Hasbro released a Jasper action figure 23 years ago in the first Saga collection. Besides the head sculpt and the off white colored collar, nothing about the figure is movie accurate. Plus, being 23 years old, the action figure design, the sculpting, the articulation are just not up to par by today's standards. The big deal back then in the Saga line were the lightsaber and laser blast effects that you could snap on to the weapons. But never fear, there is an affordable solution to your Jasper dilemma, and it comes from one of my favorite customizer stores, Outer Rim Traders. Outer Rim Traders offers both a 1/18 and a 1/12 scale custom Jasper parts. So that's 4-inch and 6-inch customizable parts of Jasper. Now, don't let the picture fool you while the image on the bottom right is cast in a white resin. The product I got actually came in a black flexible resin, which means no painting. Now, Outer Rim Traders is owned and operated by fellow customizer Ellie Spry, who I've known for almost 20 years through various Star Wars fan sites like Rebel Scum, Yak Face, and Imperial Shipyards, and the usual social media sites like Facebook and Instagram. Spry, aka Luke Sprywalker, has been one of my favorite customizers for quite some time. I even tried talking him out of this amazing custom Star Wars speeder that he made from a G.I. Joe Demon tank, but no dice. He wasn't letting go of it. Anyway, Outer Rim Traders works with various 3D CAD designers and offers a variety of Star Wars and other sci fi customizing items. Not only do they have the Jasper set, which you can order the head sculpt, the torso, and forearm gloves under the 1/18 scale tab in the toolbar, but if you click on Original Trilogy in the toolbar, you'll also find many other Mos Eisley specific customized items like this unidentified R1 droid that can be seen in the background footage of the Mos Eisley street and alleyway scenes, a Swillicori head sculpt in torso, a head sculpt of Big Ron Tar, who plays one of Jabba's goons in the Cantina and the Docking Bay 94 scenes, a Godel kit, and many other original trilogy items. Jabba's Palace, Mos Eisley Cantina, Stormtroopers, all kinds of items from the original trilogy. And I'm not even scratching the surface here. He has 7 pages of items just under the original trilogy heading. Then, if you look under the diorama props tab, you'll find even more items like this set of control panels that work well with the streets of Mos Eisley playset that you'll see later in this video. So let's get started on this how-to of customizing your own Jasper action figure. First, I'm using the Saga Collection Jasper. Other than not being movie accurate and the antiquated articulation, this really isn't that bad of a figure. The sculpting and the painting was really good for its time, and it has a nice head sculpt, and it has the typical swivel articulation for that time. No swivel hinge or ball joint articulation, but he does have some cool paint apps on his arms. Next is Bomb Vimden. I'm using the arms from this figure. This is the Target re-release that appears to have some new paint details on the head sculpt, and currently this figure is on sale for less than $13 online. Then we have the Rebel Fleet Trooper. I'll just be using the legs from this figure. They are a good generic gray pants with swivel hinge knees. But the focal piece of the custom will be the Outer Rim Trader's Jasper torso. This is a more movie accurate torso that looks like the Planet of the Apes vest. And as you can see, it comes in a black flexible resin. There's some flex to that neck post, the shoulders over where the shoulder socket area is. Overall, it's a solid torso, but it has some flex. So now let's just compare the pieces and how they're going to look with the Outer Rim Trader's Jasper torso. So we looked at the head, looked at the arms, comparing it to the legs. Now, another Outer Rim Traders item that I want to point out here is this amazing generator with the vent stack that you see in the background. And I've put this in the background of several of my YouTube short videos, but I want to specifically mention this generator comes in two parts, the box generator and the vent stack pipes. There's two holes that you glue the pipes into. So here's the Outer Rims generator compared with the Streets of Mos Eisley generator that I've given a custom wash. As you can see, the Outer Rim generator is just a little bit smaller than the Hasbro one, but that's fine because they appear in all sizes in the film. The generator lacks any detail on the bottom rim, but when it's sitting on the ground, you can't really see this area anyway. Now, as mentioned, the vent pipes glue into these two holes in the top of the generator, and I simply gave my generator a wash and a dry rub painting to give it some weathered and rusted details, and this is my favorite Mos Eisley generator by far.
So now I have boiled and popped all the parts. I have the head, the arms, the legs, and the custom torso. I went ahead and popped all of the Bomb Vimden action figure apart, and I'm thinking I may be able to use this torso with the neck scarf to make a custom Lyran Karn. May have to do a little sanding or trimming on the vest or just some other kind of work. And I think the leg sculpt with the holster might work for one of Jabba's Corellian pirates who stand at the left side of the bar. And it can be seen in the special edition deleted Docking Bay 94 scene. Now looking at the individual parts, I may just trim the cap off the neck post, leaving the painted collar, and then trim the neck post off the custom Jasper torso, and then Dremel a hole into the top of the torsos for the Saga Collection head to just snap into. Now he won't have a ball joint head, but for a background diorama figure, I'm okay with that. If you want a ball joint head for your custom Jasper, they offer one at Outer Rim Traders, but I think that the angles are going to work out just fine to just drill a hole and use that existing neck post. Here's kind of an idea of what the arms are going to look like. The off-white collar of the neck collar is close enough to the arms that won't require any painting. It's going to look good inside that custom Outer Rim Traders torso. The Rebel Fleet Trooper waist peg has a smooth base, which will make it a little easier when dremeling and trying to fit the torso to the waist piece, I think. The Jasper torso does have a slight concave to the bottom of it, and I might have to Dremel some of this away to make the torso sit right on the waist. So So here's another look at the Outer Rim Trader's torso. This is a great quality product with some amazing details. As mentioned, they even offer a custom head sculpt and the forearm gloves, and the torso is made of a flexible resin. So here's all the parts laid together to get an idea of how the figure is going to look. I like how the gray pants complement the gray gloves and give the color palette some balance. Now I've completed the Dremel work. I went ahead and just trimmed that mushroom cap off the Saga Collection neck post. I trimmed the neck post off the torso. If you don't want to do that, if you want a ball joint head for your Jasper, that's fine. But I trimmed off the neck post and I dremeled a hole in the top of it. I also dremeled some holes on each side for the shoulder sockets, and the material was really easy to work with. So for the waist, I dremeled a cavity into the bottom of the torso so that the custom torso actually fits over the Fleet Trooper belt. And as you can see, the torso is really flexible, so it's going to expand over the belt where needed. I also dremeled a hole into the torso for the waist peg to snap into. And these pieces, they snap in the torso just really good, real easily. As you can see, this is real time. No heating up the torso in hot water or with a hair dryer, and the pieces still snap in with a little bit of effort. It'd be easier if you heat it up in some hot water or with a hair dryer, but you can still fit it in there. Just a little bit of a nudge, and there the arm goes. Forcing that other arm in there. Get in there. Takes just a little bit of effort. Again, it would be easier if this was warmed up in some hot water, but it spun and twisted in there just fine. And once the waist and arms are snapped into place, they form a tight fit. No worry of the arms or waist falling out. Now the neck post is a different story. I could probably do the old hot glue trick here to fill in the hole a bit where I made the hole in the torso a bit too wide, but overall the custom looks good. I'm very happy with how this turned out, especially since I didn't have to paint anything. Now I may recess the neck collar into the torso a bit later on, but otherwise this is a great looking figure with modern articulation, allowing Jasper to sit properly in the HasLab Cantina. He's got the ball joint or the swivel hinge shoulders, swivel hinge elbows, swivel wrist. It's got the standard leg articulation and swivel hinge knees. The neck does pop off a little easily. Maybe you want to do a little diorama scene of Obi-Wan lobbing his head off with a lightsaber. Who knows? But if you want to do a ball joint with yours, that's great. Outer Rim Traders does sell that custom Jasper head sculpt. But it looks great. Just an easy kind of kit bash custom Jasper using that custom Outer Rim Trader's torso. There's a better look for you. So now we've got Jasper with his articulated shoulders, elbows, and knees. And he's going to fit just fine in that HasLab Cantina. But Jasper doesn't want to sit alone, so I've got him situated here in a cantina scene using one of the HasLab alcoves. This is actually the first time I've put any of my alcoves together, so you may notice that I don't even have the light pegs in place yet. I've got a my custom Jasper. Figuring Dan is filling in for Lyran Karn, Mayo, and in the background is the Clone Wars Towels figure, which is like a cartoonish articulated muff tack. Nice setup, and I am fully expecting Hasbro to release an updated muff tack. If you've seen my other videos of the sneak peek, I feel confident that one set, if not both sets, of those clawed hands belong to muff tack. So there he is. We have my custom Jasper figure using the Outer Rim Trader's torso. The link is in the description. The torso is the centerpiece of this custom. Everything is just Boiled and pop, snapped together after a little Dremel work on that torso. Don't forget about this amazing generator, the other products that Outer Rim Trader sells. I got this amazing generator with the vent pipe. The link for that is also in the description. And also, don't forget about the control panels. I use the round one on this custom Streets of Mos Eisley prop. And again, the link is in the description. Well, that's it for this edition of Cantina Customs. I hope you've enjoyed this how-to walkthrough of creating a custom, more movie accurate Djas Puhr. If you haven't already, hit that like and subscribe button and do our friends at Outer Rim Traders a favor by checking out their various supply of customizing products. If you're a Star Wars fan, then he probably has an item that you'd be interested in. Outer Rim Traders carries various customizing products from the prequels, the original trilogy, and the sequel trilogy. If you're into clones and the Bad Batch, you'll find something there that you'll be interested in. Just keep searching through the tabs on the home page. He's also got some amazing head sculpts of Luke and Han and Leia. So check out Outer Rim Traders. With the holidays coming up, you might even want to create a wish list for your friends and family and tell them to get their orders in early. Thanks for watching.